I-Team investigation.
Our I-Team exposes a fake cop whose business is selling real pepper spray to thousands across the country.
But is the stuff he sells really worth the extra money you have to pay? Is he really telling you the truth? I-Team reporter Randy Travis is here now with some answers in his undercover investigation. Randy.
Amanda Russ, this Lawrenceville man insists the world is a dangerous world, a dangerous place. But one way you can stay safe, he says, is to buy his pepper spray. Well, we set out to learn whether it's the truth or just one more make-believe moment.
Shake your head yes, that you are ready for that stream to hit you.
Saying yes to the thought of white heat smack in the face. They're members of a jailer certification class at the Georgia Public Safety Training Center. And to pass this course, they have to experience the skin-scorching effects of pepper spray. But when it comes to personal protection, is this the best way for civilians to keep the bad guys at bay?
I have been sprayed many times.
On that, you'll have to take his word. Tre Lundquist owns a company called the Atlanta Metro Crime Prevention Task Force. The Lawrenceville man travels the country, offering free crime prevention seminars to professionals, government employees, the military, even cops. He paints a frightening picture of a dangerous world.
As parents, we need y'all to be very aware of this. These are being sold in your local communities. These are ink pens that look right like them. They do come in different colors, as you see, but they also have 3-inch blades on the inside. These are long enough to penetrate the heart and lungs. They're very deadly.
Lundquist's bio says he was an auxiliary police officer, plus a military police officer in the Marine Corps. He is considered to be among the top authorities in the fields of criminal and gang activity.
Build yourself a perimeter of about 5 to 6 feet. I learned in 2 wars, you build perimeters around base camp when I was in the Marine Corps. Perimeters around base camp.
But the I-Team learned Lundquist never made it past 2 months in Marine Corps boot camp, much less base camp, and never fought in any war. Florida authorities say he worked for 2 years as a prison intake officer back in the early 1990s, but he's never been a cop. You never worked the streets, really, have you?
Not in the aspect of a full-time police officer, no.
You're a salesman?
No.
In fact, last year, Lundquist pled guilty to impersonating a police officer in Gwinnett County after a couple accused him of threatening them with a gun and saying he was a cop. He's back in jail now, accused of violating his probation after being photographed carrying a shotgun in one of his seminars. He told us this gun was plastic. The bio says you're one of the foremost experts in gangs.
Well, I'm not an expert. Experts know everything. These actually have 1-inch blades. And what your female gang members are using them for is to cut throats of rival gang members. You just continue to talk to the gangs, just like in Gwinnett County. You know, we're the #1 county in the state with the highest gang population right now.
When was the last time you talked to a gang member? Where?
It's been a while. It's been a while. This is brutal stuff.
At the end of each crime prevention class, Lundquist peddles pepper spray. $25 for the big can, $15 for the jogger size.
I will tell you this, and I tell this to all women, we recommend y'all get both sprays. It's totally up to them. That's what we do at the very end of the program.
After you've talked to them about how to take care of themselves.
Sure.
Sporting goods stores also sell spray with a 10% concentration of pepper. We found these priced at $14.99, $10 less than what Lundquist charges.
The reason we don't recommend the pepper gas you buy from across the counter is because it's like going to the store and buying aspirin versus morphine.
Is it that big a difference? We took the pepper spray to the real cops who do this for a living.
Well, we're going to try to test this out here by using it on an instructor here. Steve Anderson, you've been hit how many times with pepper spray over the years? 6 times. So you can really give us a sense of whether this is, well, worth more money, worth the $25 perhaps, compared to the stuff you might buy in the stores.
We'll definitely find out.
You ready?
It is taking my breath away a little bit.
Then we tried the cheaper store versions on 2 of the recruits.
They look like they're just as messed up as Steve is.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Hey, if you had been a criminal and you got hit with that stuff, what would have happened?
Oh, I'm down. Quick.
You got hit with the cheap stuff. You know that?
Ooh, it don't feel like it. Ooh.
Is pepper spray any different than the kind you can buy in the store?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the stuff in the store is a lot cheaper, isn't it?
No, well, yeah, but you get what you pay for.
It's no difference. It's all hot. It all burns.
These jailers may one day have to use the spray on rowdy inmates. But none of the instructors here say they would buy pepper spray for their family. Because a motivated bad guy can still fight through the strongest stuff at least for a few seconds.
I would not let my wife use it. I personally don't think it's effective enough.
You want to stop them, and this stuff doesn't stop them right away.
Tre Lundquist also tells his listeners that a portion of the pepper spray money goes to, quote, the Home for Battered Women Rape Crisis in Atlanta. There is no organization by that name in Atlanta, but we checked with every similar group in town and across the state. No one has ever heard of Mr. Lundquist or the Atlanta Metro Crime Prevention Task Force. So yet one more thing he says in his seminars we could not confirm.
Well, you did say that Mr. Lundquist is in jail, so what happens next?
He goes before a Superior Court judge in Gwinnett County next month. That judge could revoke his entire probation and send him to prison for the rest of his probationary period. That's 2.5 years in prison. Plus, he could lose out on his first offender status. So he's got a lot riding on that hearing next month.
All right, Randy, thank you.
Thanks, Randy. We have new information on another I-Team investigation tonight. Gwinnett County will soon have a new company to supervise misdemeanor criminals. State court judges in Gwinnett stopped the bid process last month and selected a private company that has never handled a contract as big as Gwinnett's. Other bidders complained, suggesting the judges were influenced by the primary owner of the winning company, Wayne Mason, a prominent developer. The winning company, Southeast Corrections, says Mason had no active role in the Gwinnett deal. Under the law, the judges don't have to take the lowest bid and can select whichever company they decide. The contract is funded by probation fees, not by tax dollars. Commissioners approved the decision by a vote of 4-1.